Do you want an additional $2,000 per month while keeping your day job? Do you want to expand your life choices with an extra $24,000 per year? Do you want to prepare for entrepreneurship with zero risk? The answer is simple. Start a side hustle. Design it strategically. Why does it work? This slide explains everything. A side hustle has 4 strategic values. First, income risk diversification. Relying solely on your day job means losing everything if you're laid off. But with side income, your life is protected. Second, acquiring new skills. You can test skills in the market that you can't learn at your day job. Your market value increases. Third, entrepreneurship preparation. Starting a business full-time is gambling, but a side hustle lets you test your business with low risk. Fourth, tax advantages. You can legally deduct expenses and reduce your taxable income. This isn't just a side gig. It's strategic insurance. It's a weapon that protects and grows your career. And this is achievable. Understand the 5 conditions of an ideal side hustle. Choose one of 3 paths to reach $2,000 per month. This will change your income. Today, I'll show you that strategic blueprint. So what kind of side hustle should you choose? There are 5 conditions. First, low initial investment. With service-based models, you can start from $0. However, if licenses or insurance are required, estimate those separate costs. Inventory creates cash flow risk. If you're doing it, start with made-to-order or small batches and validate with minimum inventory. Second, flexible time. Can you execute it in the gaps of your day job? 2 hours on weekday evenings, 4 hours on weekends. Choose a business that can grow at this pace. Third, scalability. Businesses that only sell your time have limits. Build a system where revenue increases, even when your time doesn't. Fourth, alignment with passion. Is it a field you're interested in? Without passion, you can't sustain it while busy. Fifth, market demand. Is it a field where people actually pay money? Your interest alone isn't enough. Provide what the market demands. Only side hustles that meet these 5 conditions create sustainable success. There are 3 monetization patterns. Each has different characteristics. First, the freelance model. Polish high-value skills and aim for $50 to $100 per hour. Web design, consulting, writing. High liquidity. But there are time limits. And what's critical is billable hours. Client acquisition, unpaid work, platform fees. The key is designing to secure actual billable time while considering these factors. Second, the product sales model. Digital courses, Etsy handmade goods, ebooks. The initial effort is significant. But once created, you can automate the sales process and drastically reduce effort. It sells while you sleep. However, customer support, platform changes, and ongoing marketing are necessary. It's not completely hands-off. Third, the subscription model. Membership communities, newsletters, online coaching. The most stable. But designing to reduce churn rate is essential. With a 5% monthly churn rate, you need to acquire 5 new members every month just to maintain 100 people. One-click cancellation transparency is important for both trust and regulatory compliance. Which should you choose? It depends on your skills, time, and goals. So how exactly do you achieve $2,000 per month? There are 3 paths. Path 1, freelancing. At $50 per hour, 40 hours per month. At $100 per hour, 20 hours per month. However, these are billable hours. Time for client acquisition, unpaid revision work, platform fees. Consider these. In reality, you'll need 15 to 25 hours of total work time per week. The calculation is simple, but realization requires utilization rate and customer acquisition. Path 2, product sales model. In the first month, spend 50 hours creating your product. Video courses, templates, guides. Once completed, it continues to sell with 5 to 10 hours of maintenance per month. Customer support, marketing, platform updates. Not fully automated, but effort is drastically reduced. Path 3. Subscription. Considering churn rate, with continuous new acquisition, you reach stable revenue. For example, with a 5% monthly churn rate, to reach 100 people by month 10, you need to acquire more than 10 new members per month. But once on track, it's the most stable, predictable income. Which path will you choose? It depends on your time and skills, but every path can reach $2,000 per month. But while continuing your day job, how do you make time? There are 4 strategies. First, allocate 15 to 20 hours per week. 2 hours on weekday evenings for 5 days. 5 to 10 hours on weekends. That's 15 to 20 hours total. However, whether you can reach it depends on unit price, profit margin, and acquisition cost. Design for $2,000 gross profit, not just time. Second, choose morning or evening. If you're a morning person, use the 2 hours from 5 to 7 a.m. Perfect for creative work, when your mind is clearest. If you're an evening person, use the 2 hours from 8 to 10 p.m. Suitable for repetitive tasks, email replies, light tasks. Third, concentrated weekend work. 3 hours Saturday morning, 2 hours Sunday afternoon. Time to complete big tasks. Product completion, content creation, strategy review. Fourth, leverage AI tools. By delegating research and drafting to AI, you can compress 20 hours of work into 10 hours and improve quality. This is modern leverage. To produce results with limited time, technology utilization is essential, not just manpower. This time allocation prevents burnout. An unsustainable pace won't last, but 15 to 20 hours per week is enough to change your life. And here's what's critical. Strategic use of tax advantages. You can reduce taxable income through expense deductions. However, tax savings vary greatly by income, tax rate, expense scale, and location. First, home office deduction. In the U.S., if you file your side hustle as a business and meet requirements like exclusive room use, deductions are possible. You can expense a portion of rent and utilities based on the area and time used for business. However, employee work expenses are generally not deductible federally from 2018 to 2025. Second, equipment purchase costs. Computers, software, cameras. The principle is depreciation. However, if conditions are met, Section 179 and bonus depreciation allow large, sometimes full, first-year deductions. Business use percentage records are required. You can expense purchase costs or depreciation according to the percentage used for business. Third, education expenses. In the U.S., education costs related to maintaining or improving skills for your current business can be expenses. However, training for a new profession may not qualify. Fourth, communication expenses. Internet, mobile phones. You can deduct the portion used for business. Tax systems differ by country and region. Don't assume estimates. Verify specific amounts with a tax professional or official guide. Legally reduce your taxable income. A side hustle doesn't just increase income. You also gain tax advantages. But many side hustles are said to fail in the first year. Why? There are 3 pitfalls. First, perfectionism. You try to make your product perfect. But there's no such thing as a perfect product. Create a minimum viable product. Launch it to the market. Get feedback and improve. Second, pricing errors. Competitive pricing is a reference, but ultimately decide based on value delivered and customer willingness to pay. First, understand the competitive price range, then optimize through test sales. Beginners tend to price too low. Your value isn't communicated. Third, early withdrawal. Time to monetization depends on the model. Client work is fast, but has a ceiling. Products and subscriptions have a slower ramp-up. Set a minimum validation period, for example 8 to 12 weeks, and decide whether to continue or withdraw based on metrics. Decide with data, not emotion. Avoid these 3 pitfalls and your side hustle will succeed. Now, let's organize today's key points. Here's today's summary. First, the 5 conditions of an ideal side hustle. Low initial investment, flexible time, scalability, alignment with passion, market demand. Choose a side hustle that meets these 5. That's what creates sustainable success. Second, 3 paths to achieve $2,000 per month. Freelancing at $50 to $100 per hour, securing billable hours is key. Product sales with profit times sales volume, reducing effort through sales process automation. Subscription with monthly fee times customer count, designing to reduce churn rate is essential. Choose the path that matches your skills and goals. Third, execution strategy. Allocate 15 to 20 hours per week. 2 hours on weekday evenings, 5 to 10 hours on weekends. Leverage AI tools to compress work time in half. Understand tax advantages too. However, tax systems differ by country and region. Verify with a professional. What is your side hustle strategy? Which path will you choose? Share your strategy in the comments. Your choice, your questions, your plan. Everything becomes the wisdom of this community. Thanks for investing your time with me today. This channel provides concrete strategies for side hustles, wealth building, and financial freedom, explained with numbers. You can also achieve an additional $2,000 per month. If you want to gain that confidence, subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications too. Until next time.